Hello friends, welcome to my channel. Today's, I can't call it a violin lesson as it is a discussion of the Etude number 28 by Kreutzer, which I just played for you. And it's a wonderful piece. I really enjoy playing it. It's one of there's many great Etude composers, and every once in a while they really get inspired musically, not just with technical devices. But this is a wonderful piece, and it's quite long, over 4 minute long. And when you have etudes that are over 4 minutes, 4 or 5 minutes long, it's really, the composer has something special to say. And I spent a little bit of time going over this piece. I of course recorded it many years ago, and I made a couple of little changes. Like you probably noticed that I start the piece down up because I wanted that effect down up and up down instead of up down up down. It's just a personal thing. You can do it either way, but I just found it emotionally, because I really connect with the piece, down up down, with that very short rest. It's a nice effect he has, gives us immediately this up-bow staccato. Notice at the top, the indication of that he indicates grave. Grave is a very slow feeling through the piece. And of course, the piece has lots of 16ths and 32nds, so it's not going to be a slow. All the notes aren't slow. It's just the overall feeling is very broad. Excuse me. Drinking some hot water, as I usually do. I don't know, I haven't kept up with lifestyle updates, but for those of you who watch, I eat one meal a day now. I'm a keto 1 meal a day, meaning I don't eat any carbohydrates. And since I only eat 1 meal a day, and I'm loving it, it feels so good for my body, that I don't eat until way late in the afternoon sometime. And so in the morning, I'm doing basically a fasting, and I'm fasting with usually hot water, and I feel so much better. Good, that's for me, not for you. If you want to do it, you can do it, but I'll tell you anything I know. But anyhow, so this music is so profound. I love particularly the fourth line. What measure is that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The 11th measure with these trills. It reminds me of, I don't know, Beethoven. It's not surprising since Kreutzer lived during that time. It's a wonderful effect with the trill and then the little grace notes, trill, grace notes. I did do almost everything original as far as bowings go, and it's very good for the maestro, as I call these great composers. The maestro wanted to give us this idea of sustaining the bow, saving the bow, using the bow, distributing the bow. You've heard me speak about bow distribution on other videos, and it's really important in this piece. As we get down to the bottom of the first page, I'm using the Peters edition, the second to last line. We have these long leaps from D sharp to A, E to G, B to F sharp. And that reminds me, I haven't mentioned this, but you really, as young players, assuming you're a young player, you really want to just focus in on reading the ledger lines, up to 5 ledger lines above the treble clef. That we violinists do that. We read that fluently. We can see it. We can just see the note B, A, G, and know instantly. Above B, C, D, then there's not that many notes up there for us. And if we have to mark, we'll oh yeah, so that's the B and that's the D. We might even put a little crutch, write a D on there. So, and you get used to it. But generally, we will read fluently. Like on the third line, the second bar of the third line, that's a high B. It's a no-brainer. So anyhow, down to what I was talking about on that second to last line, from the low D sharp up to A, E to G, that this is something, you say, well, how do I get consistent with that? How do I know where that A is? How do I know where that G is? You don't know where it is. You have a feeling in your hand, the left hand, you go up and you're hitting that rib, and you have an expectation of what that note's going to sound like. And because of it, it just kind of happens. You go there and it feels right, and there it is, and it's just so good. It's a great feeling when you can do it. You have to just do a lot of practice. Do a lot of practice. Play pieces like these etudes, and then of course when you get into big concertos, you already know how to do it. Your ear is trained, and you know what a high D sounds like, and you go for it. I remember one time I was playing the Brahms concerto, and I was in that third page, at the end of the exposition, and I had to go for that high D, and I nailed it, but it wasn't there. And for an instant, I was so angry. What happened? Then I realized my E string had slipped. I was playing these other runs, and they go up there, and the E string's not there. So anyhow, we have expectation. We know what it's going to sound like, and we make it happen. So this is wonderful passage work. The second, in my part it's letter Y going forward 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 bars or whatever. Wonderful passage work. You really have to just know what those notes are going to sound like. You're shifting. You can't even think about shifting. You just, oh, here's where the G, first finger is. There's where the B is, whatever. Going through here. Yeah, make one little thing on the second page, on the third bar. We have a little arpeggio figure, A, C, E, A, and then C, A, E, A, and then toward the end we're on the E string. Well, they have it marked with a third finger on that C. And if you think about your third position on the E string, first finger A, third finger C, how far is that? What interval is that? Major or minor third? If it's a major third, you play 1, 3. If it's a minor third, you play 1, 2. So I played 1, 2. And that being said, not all hands are the same, right? It works for my hand to play 1, 2, 4, minor third, major third. C to E is a major third. So A, C, E, 1, 2, 4. But for other hands, especially young hands, maybe 1, 3, 4. The problem will be you get the 1, 3 in tune, the minor third, and then you've got this major third between 3 and 4, and inevitably this third finger is going to be out of tune when you play that passage because you're already going to be thinking, oh, I got to reach out for that 4. So you're kind of caught between a rock and a hard place because 1, 2, the minor third, is awfully difficult for young hands also. I remember I was very uncomfortable with that fingering when I was young. And then as I practiced it more and my hand developed strength, pretty soon now everything is 1, 2, minor third, 1, 2. And you could practice more of this kind of exercise, the 1, 2 versus 1, 3, 1, 3, 4, in the Flesch scale studies with the arpeggios. Practice those arpeggios. Whenever there's a major third, play 1, 3 to 4. And it's a minor third, play 1, 2. And you have to really become aware of those intervals. Whenever on violin or any string instrument, you're playing on one string, you need to be aware if it's a major third, minor third, perfect fourth, perfect, so that you can judge the shifts and movements. Across strings, it's not important to know. I mean, you're going to recognize it, but like on violin, you're playing a first finger E on the D string, and you're going to play a second finger C sharp on the A string. Now, we know that's a major sixth, but who cares? What you need to know is it's a whole step across strings. You put your first finger down, and then you put your second finger on the A string a whole step higher. Okay? Same difference if you're playing a minor. Let's say it's E to C natural. You're going to have a half step across strings. Okay, so let's take a look if there's anything else of fascinating interest here. It's just a wonderful, wonderful piece. I see I made one little fingering change. 3 lines from the bottom of the second page. We've got that C natural, D sharp, F sharp, A. And in the third beat, instead of, they suggest, I guess the fingering they're suggesting is open 2, 3, 4. So you're playing a C natural, D sharp, very awkward, not comfortable for my hand. So I play open 2, 2. I shift to a sort of a high second position from C natural to D sharp, and then I play the 4, and then I can just stay in second position. I don't even play the third finger on the 4th beat. So I stay in second position, even though I've just played D sharp with the second finger, then F sharp, and then I could reach back to G natural on the D string. So that's just a little example. Make little changes like that to fit your hand better. Okay, well, I hope you enjoy playing this piece. It's a wonderful piece. It's a piece that you can come back to play many times in your life, just like me. I mean, I recorded this, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, and they're very popular recordings on YouTube, and I decided, well, let's do videos this time. And so I came back, and I really enjoy it. You could see when I play it, sometimes I just have to shake my head or some expression of intense enjoyment with this music. So thank you so much for listening. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.